It's release day. About, what time? About 7 o'clock? About 7 o'clock. Waiting on a ride to come. And we are in New Jersey. This is where the buses park.
New Jersey.
I'll show you. Like, when I say where the buses park, this is where all the buses park. If you're a band in the area, everybody parks here. And then we're waiting for a ride, and we're heading over there to Manhattan. And that's where we'll do the, start the media stuff. It's like a river release day.
Today's the day. I've already listened to a little bit of it on Audible.
What do you think?
It's good, it's hard. It's hard just hearing your voice and your emotion and stuff.
Did you already get to the serious stuff?
No. I skipped ahead to listen to a little bit and then went back.
Where'd you skip to?
7.
Woo-wee. Bye, Wildflower.
Bye-bye.
See you in a couple days. You're famous now, by the way.
Yeah.
Hey, G, what time we gotta be?
Happy album release day.
She's doing the news right now.
You guys can come in here whenever you're ready. See you in person. Hey, how are you?
Good.
I'm sitting on the back porch yesterday with my boyfriend and I'm reading your book and I'm like reading excerpts to him with his daughter there. I'm just bawling, crying. So I'm so sorry for everything you've been through, but I'm so glad God's healed you.
Yeah.
Well, I've been saying that the book has a good ending, so.
Yeah, no, it does.
It's a happy ending.
What's up, brother?
I know, man. How are you? Good. Good to see you.
Absolutely. I gave you a hug earlier. I'll take another one.
I'll take
though.
another one.
Thanks for coming on.
Every time I see you, we're in a different state together.
In his new book, country music's Granger Smith is opening up about finding faith.
I was impressed by how fast you were moving, but still had feeling to the way you were moving.
I feel like I talked too much. Thank you so much. You're welcome. Appreciate you.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Okay, that was it. Finished media number 1. That was Fox News.
Fox and Friends.
Fox and Friends. And Allison was just asking me, she was like, why don't you go to CNN? Well, it's not a political thing. We send out the blanket request, like, hey, here's our time schedule, and who can handle the story with care and do it. Well, one of the acorns actually reads part of the book, which Ainsley did, and then does it fit the time requirement? Cool, it fits the schedule, and Ainsley was like, I want to tell that story. So off to the next one. E. This is E. I didn't really know where we were, but we're at E. T. This is where E.T. comes from.
They filmed it.
Yeah, this is where E.T. comes from. What is this about?
She's excited.
What is this?
It's London's Nutella donut.
Wow.
Do you want me to cut in the middle? All the Smith viewers say, wow. There you go.
Thank you.
As she's eating ice cream. Hang on, let me finish my ice cream.
I just want to watch you try it and tell me how good it is.
We're going to take a picture in front of a truck because I said we're getting something and I don't care what you say.
How is it?
You should just set a goal for everything you eat today is chocolate. Every single thing. Chocolate pizza later, chocolate hot dog.
You guys could, some of you could watch it out here if that works.
Thank you.
And then we, one or two can come.
Okay, out of entertainment tonight, moving on to the next thing. The next thing is going to be fun. This is going to Barnes & Noble to actually buy the book. That's what we're doing. The iconic buying of the book. I say iconic, I've never done it before. Well, we'll see.
Now it's magic realism.
Is it under this section?
Magic realism. Under fiction.
Nothing. Do you have a book called Like a River somewhere? Off the top of your head?
Are you Granger Smith?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh! You want to be the first to see with her?
You see it? Found it!
Yay. I think I'm going to take a one or all of those and sign them.
Okay.
Nice, that's a solid cover. It stands out. Signing 3 copies at Barnes & Noble, Broadway location in New York City. And these are now available for sale right here to whoever comes and gets the first 3. Day 2, New York. I didn't film much last night because we went to the iHeart like Q&A and several different interviews. I don't think I filmed a lot of after we got rocking last night, but London and Amber are still asleep, or London is, and Amber's up, and we are headed now to do radio remote interviews, which means I'll go all across the country to all different radio stations by sitting in one chair. Paul's with me. Tyler's with me.
Try that in a small town.
Chris is with me. We're all just kind of surviving on low sleep. Paul not doing very good.
Got sick last night.
He didn't feel good last time. Low sleep alert. But we're rocking, man. It's been crazy to see. Like a River is now number 3 on all new releases on all of Amazon, and number 8 on all books in general on Amazon, and top 10 on all books Barnes & Noble. And I don't have a hat. I left it on Wildfire. I left all my hats on Wildfire. I'm gonna have to get one from Matt Renard today at the merch table. Hope I could buy one from Matt. Rick, thank you, Rick. So how many stations we have?
We have, I think, 8 or 9, I think. I got the list in there.
And we
I
have
think it's like 15 minutes, like 7
and we have
minutes.
2 hours to do that. That's great.
Well, they end up doing like 7 minutes, and then they give you a few minutes off. And then if somebody goes long, you have it if you have to take a bathroom break.
Oh, it's gonna be easy. Are these all after midnight stations that I'm gonna be talking on?
Yes.
Okay.
This is where you're going to sit. Tyler, you're going to sit at the end there.
Okay.
I'm going to sit here. And then we have only a total of 4, so...
Either people get closer together or they scatter.
That's right.
And in his family, they scattered.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. Nobody's neutral.
No. But I tell you what you were saying, hit me.
Thank you so much. I've been saying that the qualification for someone that might need to read this book is they're breathing oxygen and they live on planet Earth. Hey, Shannon.
Hello, Granger Smith. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing this morning?
I'm good. It's good to see you. I'm a little tired today. I'm going to be honest. I got my my copy of Like a River yesterday afternoon, and when I say I stayed up all night reading it, I am telling you the honest truth. It was quite the read. I'm glad I didn't have any context going into it before I read it, because I feel like I just went into it with a complete open mind. I had no idea what it was going to be about from start to finish. But if you could tell someone who has not read this yet and who is about to pick it up and open up the book, what can they expect when they start turning these pages?
What's interesting is that I'm more interested in hearing your perspective on that, because I think it's so interesting to walk into this book. Imagine me, right? Imagine me, I lived it, wrote it over a year ago, been planning it for probably 2 years, editing it, going through the whole process. Now, this week, it came out yesterday, so now promoting it. And it's hard for me to step out of context and say, I wonder what it's like to walk into this book knowing nothing. And in fact, hopefully, most people that read this book, if it's going to be at any level successful, most people will have no context. They'll hear from a friend or they'll pick it up off the shelf, and they won't know me as a country singer at all. They'll just walk in and open it up to page 1 and start reading. So if you don't mind, what was it for you? If out of context, what happened to you on the first chapter?
It was difficult for me. I have a son named Lincoln, and I've never read a book that has been so hard to read, but also helpful at the same time. Just to really, as a parent, it's the most difficult journey that you go on in your entire life, because you don't truly know a love until you have a child. So reading this from you, and I think it actually gave me a different perspective, because I do know you as country artist Granger, and I've had the opportunity to chat with you in so many different settings. It was breathtaking to get through that first chapter and feel just a smidge of what you went through, and then to just see the growth through this whole book of how you got to where you are now, to putting this book out. I truly don't know how you did it. And I have so much respect, and I'm shaking as I'm saying this to you, because there were so many parts of it where I read and I was like, I don't know how you get through. I don't know how you get past that. And the parenting guilt that you talk about, I felt the crippling anxiety of it as I read your words, because you explained it so incredibly that I felt like I was on the bus with you. I felt like I was by that big tree with you in therapy. And it took my breath away in the most helpful way. And I feel like it honestly has made me look at parenting in a different way. And even you talking about your dad, it makes me think of my parents in different ways now. So I think that even if someone has not gone through what you've gone through, it will help them in so many facets of their life to see how you grew, made change, became stronger through this experience in your life.
Well, I think that just kind of wraps up the whole interview right there. I think that was amazing. That's better than anything I've said all day. So thank you, because when I wrote the book, if I could ever have had a hope of in any word or any chapter or any paragraph or any sentence I wrote, if I could ever had a hope, it was so that I could get a reaction like that, like you just gave me. So God bless you. Thank you. Thank you so much.
I'm going to try not to cry through the rest of this, but honestly, it was such an emotional read. And when I finished it, I was just like, can I call him right now and talk to him about it? Because that's what happens when you read a book. You want to talk to someone who understands it. There's a point in the book for anyone who's not read it yet, where you talk about in therapy, they asked you, what do you want to be for your family? And most people say this, you want to be the rock of your family. Can you explain to me what that profound feeling was like when you realized that being that tree figure in your life makes so much more sense and is so much more profound than being the rock?
Yeah, I found that through therapy, and my therapist, Mark, at that time, he said, Granger, what do you want to be in this moment in your life, in this period? What do you want to be for your family? And I said, like any guy, I kind of put my chest out a little bit, threw my shoulders back, and I said, a rock. I want to be a rock for my family. Like what dad at some point wouldn't say that or desire for that? And he stared right through me, like right through that facade that I gave him. He looked right through me and he said, and what does a rock do when it has no one to lean on? And he got me, It's like, wow, guilty. Hands up, you caught me. I don't know. And he said, how about you think of yourself more as a tree than a rock? And you could be a big tree. You could have deep roots. It's okay. But a tree moves with the storm. It loses a branch now and then. It rocks back and forth, but it still stands. And I thought, yes, I'm a tree. Let me be a tree. And I wrote a whole thing about that in the book, but that was a big breaking point for me.
And that was probably one of my favorite parts that I really latched onto and I read through again.
Can I have a copy of this? Can I use this
interview?
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is great. You're amazing, Shannon. Thank you.
I appreciate that so much. I just want to show you. I don't know if you can see. I was going to wear it for you, but I had it here for you.
That's amazing. That's
It's
the
on my
original shirt.
side. It is. My husband is actually Stephen Lee Olson, and he said to say hello, and he and I stayed.
Forgot about that connection.
We stayed up last night reading this together and just cried, and we are just so grateful to know you and are so inspired by you.
See, when I was doing the interview, I was on the other side of the screen. I couldn't see your face. And so now I forgot that's the connection.
Trying not to cry.
Please tell him thank you so much. And it was so great to talk to you again.
Yes, you too. Thank you so much.
Okay. All right, finished up at iHeart.
About 2 hours.
2 hours, 12, 13 stations, something like that. And talked about the book, talked about, all across the country. And now we're going to eat some food because are you hungry, Paulie?
Yeah, oh yeah.
I'm hungry, so.
Hey, Jay, real quick.
Yo.
So how does that process work? Like, I noticed you're talking to his radio stations. Is it like pre-recorded and they play it later, like on a different time, or is it live?
Sometimes it was live, and sometimes they're pre-recording and they're gonna play it later.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's all different markets. Sometimes it was like one of them was 12 stations across Canada on one call. Some of them were just like one dude in South Texas. So it's all different ones. So. Here we are. The venue is called Irving Plaza. Just getting here, loading in. So in New York, there is no semi-truck coming through, and there is no second bus. So Wildflower is still in New Jersey. We cruised over here from a hotel. Montana, the band's bus is here parked out front, but we don't have any of our own gear. That's why. The stage is blank. So we're gonna be leasing everything, which is what the red boxes are up there. And we will set up and lease our gear just like it's a fly date. Right, Todd?
Yeah.
Okay, we are at the venue. It's almost showtime. We already did a best time and I didn't have a camera, but it's craziness out there. So here we go. You're on the action, not me.
Yeah, you're missing.
Boxes, no lives on a blue box. Hey, bring my shit rock inside.